All right. This was linked in the Maple Discord, but it's an interview. The Maple Winter Update. Keyword Adventure Remastered. This is a Google translated from Inven. Okay, so if you guys wanna, give you the link here. But here's the interview. No, it's not live. It's not live. It's just it's a written interview on Inven. So there's a Q&A. Q&A obviously. So let's see. For users who play online MMORPGs, is there any other moment as enjoyable as exciting as the vacation season? The game industry as a whole is preparing a bunch of new content in line with its winter vacation season. The Quiet Maple story also foretold a large-scale winter update that would excite users. Large scale. That's what they promised that. The winter update of Maple Story, which will mark the end of 2021, will be carried out in 4 major axes: improvement of the adventure profession, renewal of the story, diversification of boss content, and improvement of character development experience and convenience. So we're supposed to get all of that in the winter update, supposedly. In particular, the improvement of the adventure occupation group is news that feels even more special since it is the first update in 8 years since the complete overhaul in the Red update in 2013. The interview conducted prior to the application of Maple Story's winter update, Nexon's general director, Wonky, said, "We are prioritizing the development of games with high short-term utility rather than developing a game that users can experience in the long term." He shared the new development team's keynote and current status. Alright. So they're prioritizing more short-term things right now rather than long-term. I hope so too. How'd you get it into English? Auto-translate with Google Chrome. So, first question. I heard that Nexon is going to hold a showcase related to the winter update soon. For the showcase, please introduce the background of the interview. Wonky, a general director, the Maple development team is currently working hard on preparing for the winter update scheduled for the end of December. Many users must be wondering how this winter update will go, and through this interview, I wanted to tell you first what content will be included in the upcoming update. Must have been a busier year than ever before, reflecting the suggestions of users mentioned in the last user meeting in the game. How far has the work progressed in relation to the current user suggestions? Oh, so these are like, I guess like, oh no, this is the planning team leader. Alright, so this is someone else, right? So I'm not gonna read their names, just question and answer, right? So that's question, answer. At the time, we received a little less than 400 improvements through the meeting and written inquiries. About 200 of them have been improved and reflected in game. In terms of percentage, it can be said that about 60% of the problems have been resolved. There are still some parts that cannot be resolved with just one fix. We are continuing to work on the remaining improvements. And star forcing was mentioned there, so hopefully, man, hopefully. Okay, next question. Excluding a few items that require constant maintenance, do you think the time will come when you can say 100% complete? In the first half of the year, it is expected that all things that can be done among the contents mentioned in the last user meeting will be completing. In the first half of next year, everything, it is expected, everything will be addressed. That's what they're saying. In the first half of next, okay. Many important issues have already been resolved, and the remaining ones are expected to be resolved as soon as possible. In addition, the problems mentioned by users at the meeting are only problems that have surfaced at the time, and I think there are still many potential problems in Maple, problems that have not been yet mentioned during the meeting, and problems that users continue to suggest are also being improved. This work will continue in this winter update, and we will continue to improve by listening to users' voices. Okay, yeah, I linked it. Next question. The user conference last April seems to have been a turning point for the development team in many ways. If there has been a change in the development team since then, please introduce. First of all, can I just say how nice this Google Translate is? Like, so far, at least. So far. This is, you know, like, it's been pretty solid. This is translation. Okay, once again, user conference last April has been a turning point in development. If there has been a change in the development team since then, please introduce them. In the past, in fact, we focus on updates that could have a lot of effects in the short term. After the meeting, I think we have focused more on improvements that can have long-term effects, even if the short-term effects are weak. Typical examples are community-related improvements that are difficult for users to feel right away, such as the guild reorganization, party play, and the friend system. About the content update, I have written the developer's intention in detail. Previously, when the update was carried out, we provided information about the changed specifications, but now we are adding explanations to the parts that may cause misunderstandings or require additional explanation. It has changed to think together in the development stage on how to deliver it to the users and how to say it and reflect it when writing a notice. Okay. So like in terms of like personnel, I think the question was more focused on maybe like personnel or whatever. But it doesn't seem like it. Next question. Now let's look at the winter update. This is actually okay, there's a lot of things to go through here. So yeah, okay, awesome. Fuck, where were we? Next question. Now let's look at the winter update. The first is improvement of the adventure profession. It's been almost 8 years since the last red update. How is it improved? The adventure occupation group went through a major overhaul during the 2013 red update, and there was no major update. This time we prepared a large-scale improvement under the name of Adventure Remastered. True to the name of the remaster, there will be an update of the overall skill effects. In addition, some group jobs are preparing to improve the skill structure and deal cycle. I don't know what the fuck that means. What's a deal cycle? Like damage cycle? Like as there are many users who are enjoying the adventure profession, the most important point is to preserve the core values that users think. I proceeded with the remaster while paying attention to that part. Sounds big. So they're updating like animations, you know, improving skill structure and deal cycle. Somebody might want to like go into like the Korean and better translate this, you know, in like Maple terms. That'd be nice, you know, this question in general. Next question. Will all the effects of the adventure job group, which feel a bit outdated compared to the latest jobs, be improved? Answer. You can think most of the skill effects as being up to date with the level of the recent released job group. In addition to simply attacking skills, we are working on skill effects for buffs and auxiliary skills as well. Skill effects is ultimately a tool to express the identity of a job. Compared to other occupations, the adventure occupation group did not have the skill effects to express the character's character. It was made to reflect these, these things well. In addition, there were occupations that did not have a separate character illustration among the adventure professions, but through this update, representative illustrations are created for all adventure professions. With improved skill effects and representative illustrations, it is expected that the 15 adventure professions will each have their own unique character. And here is an updated design to marksman. So, you know how Bowmaster has one? This is marksman now. So, that is, yeah, she looks pretty cool. Will Orange Mushroom translate this? Maybe. It's on Inven. Currently at my 3rd job, do I just spam new skills or should I also use old skills? Depends what class are you playing. You got the little fang, yep. They're learning from anime. Ooh. There is a job that is evaluated. Okay, so on question. You're playing Adele? Adele 3rd job. You don't have cleave yet. Just use your new attack skill. Yeah. Nah, just use your new skills. Toggle Aether Forge, yeah. If there are any toggles, you have any toggles, make sure they're on. You have 2. You have 2. Question. Next question. There's a job that is evaluated as having structural defects that cannot be solved by simply skill adjustments. Right? Can we expect an overall improvement in these professions? If the shape, or answer, if the shape is not suitable for a fast and efficient battle, structural improvement is fully considered. A typical example is the Jingung of the adventure profession. Jingu, it has a mechanic. What? I don't know what the fuck this is. It has a mechanic to fight while keeping a distance from monsters. I guess they're talking about marksman. Yeah. They're talking about marksman. Jingu is marksman. So marksman has a mechanic to the fight while keeping a distance from monsters. Marksman players had no choice but to feel the stress in this part. Therefore, in this adventure remaster, we plan to improve all of these structural problems. Okay. Right, and they give examples. Okay. Next question. With the last patch, the will skill that removes status ailments has been leveled, but the bind skill seems to be unbalanced. Are there any plans for improvement in this area? In the case of bind skills, I thought that the unique characteristics of the professions would disappear if they were completely leveled. That's why I'm not thinking about complete leveling. However, if users need it, it seems that additional security can be provided in the form of common skills between jobs. So they're not planning to give individual binds to all classes, but can be provided in the form of common skills between jobs. No, hold on. Common skills between jobs. Well, maybe they'll do like a, I don't know. I don't know. Does that sound like another, like a 5th job, or like, yeah, like if. Does that sound like another, like are they just gonna like change Nova? You know? But they did say they're not thinking about it, you know? In case of binds, I thought that the unique characteristics of the professions would disappear, you know? That's why they're not thinking about it. However, if users need it, I mean, we do. Having a self bind, I feel like is pretty fucking necessary because Nova is so shit. How do you solve this problem? You make Nova not have a fucking 5-minute cooldown. Okay? Okay? Like how do you solve this? You know, you just fix Erda Nova. Okay, just fix it. Just fix it. You know, just fix it. You know, make it 120 seconds or 180. I don't know, dude. Don't make it a fucking 5-minute cooldown. Anyways, next question. In addition to the adventure professions that are in the spotlight with this update, balance issues are growing. When are you planning to patch the balance of other professions, including the Cygnus profession? In the second half of the year, while preparing for the Adventure Remaster, we could not proceed with the balance patch. In this winter update, along with the Adventure Remaster, we plan to carry out a balance patch for all professions. Oh. Every class, not only explorers, every class is going to be touched. I mean, it's not going to be on the scale of the Adventure Remaster, but they are going to balance the other classes as well. Okay, that's what that means, guys. Relax. When it comes to like not being shit, whatever, I don't, it's not going to be on that scale in my opinion. Okay, they are going to try to balance the other classes, but it's not going to be on the scale of the Adventure Remaster. Okay. Next question. The second goal of the winter update is story content renewal. What does this include? As predicted, as predicted in the roadmap released last summer, the main direction is to revise the existing story. Here, the correction includes not only correcting the dialogue or reinforcing the directing part, but also changing work such as modifying the existing settings. We are aware that we have neglected the quality aspect a lot so far, and we plan to continue reorganizing it starting this winter. I think that users will be able to enjoy the reorganized story more easily through the story replay function, which will be added in the first half of next year. It's going to be a replay function. Okay. Second answer, we plan to continuously improve the conflicting settings that exist in the story and the lack of directing. It is not a reorganization that completely overturns the roots, but it can be seen as a task to maintain a large frame, but to eliminate setting errors. Next question. I think I need more water. How much is the script revision amount? Also, I wonder if the new illustrations or cinematic movies will be added together. There are plans to add cinematic-like directing, but it is difficult to pinpoint the exact amount of script modification. In fact, rather than how much the script has been modified, I think the important part is how smoothly the quality is improved while maintaining the large stem. After this update, we plan to continue updating related to the story improvements. Next question. To what extent do you plan to support the story skip function, which will help foster secondary characters? Story skip. The exact scope and application time will be introduced through the winter update showcase to be held later. Exactly which parts will be subject to story skipping, please check through the showcase. So they're not gonna tell us. They're not gonna tell us what prequests we can skip yet. We're gonna have to wait till the showcase. We're gonna have to wait. Next question. An update related to the boss content diversification will also be added. Please tell us exactly how the diversification will proceed. Easy Will, Normal Varys Hilla, and Normal Saren, which was introduced in the update showcase last summer, is a representative example. The overall difficulty variation and adjustment of the boss content, including these three, will be carried out through this winter update. So we're getting Easy Will, Normal Vihila, and Normal Saren. Why do we need Easy Will? Thank you, Aki. Why do we need Easy Will? I mean, I guess we have Easy Lucid, but to be consistent, I guess. Okay, next question. Guardian Angel Slime. In addition to the Guardian Angel slime, the bosses of MapleStory have their own unique patterns and unique experiences. There's also an important development principle when creating a boss. In the future, when creating a new boss, we will continue to work hard to capture a battle experience that has never been felt before. There was no question, just like, yeah, let's talk about the slime. Next question. I wonder how the difficulty and rewards will be adjusted if Easy Rule and normal Vihila are added. How the difficulty adjustment is actually made is something you have to play the game to know. Lowering the boss's stamina, adjusting the amount of damage, and changing the means to release the gimmick. Existing bosses have done so, and we will proceed according to existing precedents. In the case of compensation, it follows the recent boss monster reward reorganization. Exchangeable rewards have been greatly added according to the difficulty of each boss monster. In this difficulty division, we have prepared exchangeable rewards so that users can obtain reasonable rewards for the difficulty of each boss. Okay. Next question. It is said that the level gap between the bosses was filled to some extent with the addition of the Guardian Angel slime, but there are still sections where the level and spec gaps are felt. Are there any plans to add bosses for each section to fill this gap? Answer. I think that if Easy Rule and normal Vihila are added, the void felt by users could be filled more densely. I think this difficulty role will play that role. In the case of normal Saren, the concept of filling the existing blank is slightly different. You can think of it as a division of difficulty to secure popularity, along with stimulating the desire to challenge the top boss. This is a slightly different positioning from Easy Will and normal Vihila. Okay. Next question. The final goal of the winter update is improving character development and user experience. What will be included in this update? Answer. Character development and improvement of user experience is a part that has been steadily working since before. In this update, we plan to recommend the optimal route for the latest tread throughout the growth path, including the reorganization of the guide, so they're revamping Maple Guide. If necessary, we plan to adjust the overall hurdles so that the character development can proceed smoothly and continuously by adjusting the quest reward experience. Okay, so maybe they're going to be buffing theme dungeons? I don't know. In addition, the contents of the convenience improvement that have been steadily carried out under the name of Bomb Project are also included. You can check various contents related to convenience improvement in the winter update, so please look forward to it. What the fuck is a Bomb Project? Easy Black Mage? Isn't Black Mage already like hard, so wouldn't it be like normal? I don't know. Next question. The minigames in events such as Tang Yun's cooking class have a lot of reward experience and have been well received by users. It seems it could be a new alternative to character development. Is there something you are considering about this as well? Answer. In the winter update, we are planning to open a framework for users to acquire experience through similar quests, including such an experience point acquisition route on a regular basis rather than an event is a part that requires a little thought. Okay. Next question. In the case of Terra Burning and Burning Server events, you helped a lot in nurturing the union for beginners as well as existing users. Why do I have such trouble? I have such trouble with that word. Do you have any plans to hold similar events in the future? Answer. Of course, in this winter update, events such as the Burning Server and Terra Burning will be held. In addition, we have planned many new types of events that have not been seen before, so please look forward to it. Okay, they say many new types of events. Interesting. Next question. There is a section where the hunting difficulty increases sharply, like the 170 section. This is acting as a difficult part of fostering the union. Are you considering improvement? Answer. We are focusing on improvement of overall character growth experience, not limited to the secondary character development experience. In addition to the level 170 section, there are sections where users feel difficulties even after 200, and we plan to improve these parts one by one. Okay. Next question. I'm curious about the effect of the crystallite price adjustment. They're talking about boss crystals. In addition, are additional measures to prevent meso inflation being prepared? Answer. Through the last August update, we added a system in which the crystal price changes according to the difficulty of the boss monster and the number of times it is defeated. The production of each boss, including the total meso production, is being monitored together, and at present, the system is considered to be operating normally. We plan to continue to reflect the new measures if additional measures are needed while monitoring the flow of meso in the future. I think more so they just need to address it in reboot, right? Rather than reg server. They really need to address the issue in reboots, you know, because it definitely hurts people there more than reg server. Next question. I'm curious about the internal evaluation of the Golden Hands Award. Do you have any plans to hold similar types of events in the future? Answer. The Golden Hand Award was a user contest event that was held for a long time. Although there are some shortcomings in the process, it is evaluated that it was an event that satisfies many players by releasing both the gold and silver hands as items. It is difficult to answer the question of whether the same event will be held next time. We plan to conduct user participatory events that users can participate in the future. Okay, nice. Next question. In the case of recently added updates, there is a tendency to focus on high-level areas. There are many users who did not enjoy the story or content due to the high-level limit. Are there any plans to alleviate this trend? Answer. I definitely think we need to adjust the speed a bit. In the case of story, we are taking the method of adding the highest level or mid-level theme dungeons. Okay, but in the future, we will think more so that it can be enjoyed by users of various floors. Okay. So are they just like really slowing down the high level content? I don't know. Thank you for the follow, Apple. I don't know. Next question. PM level 100. Next question. I'm also curious about the status of additional work, such as improving the 64-bit update. Answer. When the 64-bit update was first updated, there was a lot of user opinions that the delay occurred more than expected, and work has been done to solve the problem. Currently, it is judged that it is in a very stable state, but even now, some low hunting PCs have lags, so optimization work is in progress. In addition, content optimized for 64-bit and extensions for improving the client environment are also being considered. Okay. Next question. Oh, last question. I think 2021 was a really eventful year. For MapleStory. There is still a big process called Winter Update left until the end of this year. Is there any message or aspiration you want to convey to users? Answer. A lot has happened this year. Rather than this being difficult, it seems to have been a year of reflection, realization, and reflection on the fact that I have been lacking in communication with users so far. Yeah, you don't fucking say. In a way, it was something I should have done, but I also thought that it was not voluntary. Nevertheless, I'm always grateful to the users who continue to enjoy the game and to the users who deliver positive messages. We are working hard to meet the expectations of users as much as possible in the winter update, so please look forward to it. Second answer. First of all, I want to say thank you to the users who always trust and play MapleStory. There's more to this winter update than last summer's update. There are so many things we talked about through the roadmap, such as improving the adventure, adding the boss difficulty, etc. so please look forward to the winter update that will be added at the end of December. A showcase is also being prepared at this time. It's a little late, but I'll do my best to prepare for the last minute so that users can have as much fun as they have been waiting for. We would like to express our thanks once again to the users who like MapleStory. Yeah. And shout out to the reporter for this interview. So yeah, what up, Ghostro? Nothing specifically about Star Force, but yeah, I mean, there's some pretty interesting things planned for the winter update. Seems like the adventure revamp, like it's a remaster, is actually going to be like not just like some buffs here and there, but we do know that all classes are getting balanced this winter update for KMS. They're touching all classes, not just adventurers. They're touching all of the classes. They're also going to be adding Easy Will, Normal Vihila, and Normal Saren. They're going to allow us to skip pre-quests. They didn't say which pre-quests, but we are going to be able to skip more pre-quests similar to Lotus and Damien in the winter update. They're gonna be fixing some stuff with the story, right? For people that like care about lore and accuracy, they're gonna be touching that. All explorer classes will have their own like model, you know, they're gonna be individualized, right? And by the first half of next year, they plan to address all of the issues that were mentioned in the user meeting, right? Among like the forum as well. So that's their plan. Plans can change, but by the end of the first half of next year, they plan to address all of the issues that were brought up, which Star Force is there, you know, it's included in that big pool of issues. So Copium, you know, let's just wait a little bit longer. Let's wait a little bit longer on Star Force, guys. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Probably. Yeah. I'll be 22 stars by then. Hey, not all of us. I probably won't be. All MMOs are running on Copium. Yeah, once again, if you guys want a link to this article, there you go. We just went through it all, and yeah, the update, winter update, is the end of December, so it's in about a month from now. And there will most likely be a showcase, if I had to take a guess, in like 2 weeks. So mid-December, there will most likely be a video, you know, showcase, whatever. And then there'll be like maybe like a 2-week test server. Who knows? There seems to be another update. Hold on. Chotomate. Here is another interview. Another interview by GamePull. This is a GamePull. All right. It seems to talk about like some other questions or similar questions, so we're not gonna read everything, but are they changing skills again or just updating stuff? They're doing everything. Varufa, thank you for the prime. 16 months, welcome back. All right, yeah, let's take a look at this. Customer thing, okay. Moment, customer meeting, yes, we already did that. The remaster, we already talked about that. All right, so they did not shake the framework of the professions, so it's still gonna feel the same. It's not gonna feel like complete, like you know, if you play a Night Lord right now, it's not gonna feel completely different. Since there are scheduled things to be revealed during the showcase, I think information disclosure will be somewhat limited to this event, so I'll only ask about some occupations. First of all, in the case of Bishop, solo play was very difficult. I wonder how this part is solved. In the case of Bishop, the function of the supporter is clear, but the function of a dealer is lacking. It is a situation that recognizes the difference between a Bishop that grows well and a Bishop that does not, and is definitely an object for improvement. For example, I believe the structural problems will be resolved if the logic related to the Vengeance of Angel skill is modified. You'll be able to see more detailed news in the showcase. I might get Lara to 220, but I will be doing a parallel of on Bara, yeah. In the case of Dark Knight, the Beholder, first of all, this is sick art, by the way. This is the new art for Dark Knight. The Beholder disappears even if you use buff freezers. And there are problems such as the absence of party utility and the inconvenience of the extreme move mechanism. How does this part change? We are aware that Dark Knight is also has a lot of structural improvements that need to be improved, and you can expect improvements in various areas such as Gungnir's Descent, Secreta, I don't know what the fuck that is, and Beholder. Okay. In the case of heroes, it is true that there is no bind, so it is inconvenient. Is it okay to look forward to this update? There must be certain areas where utilities like bind are lacking in not only heroes, but also adventurers. We are concerned that if all classes were given the same bind, the same invincibility, and the same reach, it would relatively damage the unique characteristics of each class. In addition of the 5th job common skill and the adventure common skill is a way to preserve the unique pattern of each job, not the same pattern. In the case of utilities that everyone thinks they need, we plan to continue to solve the problem by adding common skills rather than adding individual skills. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. In MapleStory, there are 4 jump methods. Are you planning to incorporate this part as well? I think I can only mention there will be changes at this meeting. We'll be explaining the movement skills in detail in the showcase soon. Nice. Hey, Polly. Like more V job common skills? Yeah. Expanding. Okay, we already did this, yeah. Easy Will, normal Vihilla, normal Saren, yeah. Will we be able to meet new items such as the Guardian Angel Ring? Depending on the level of the difficulty of the boss, items that match the difficulty level will be rewarded. Alright, well, okay, no answer to that. Any plans for rewards related to boss experience? We don't have any plans right now. As Maple Story bosses are weekly content, we decided that it's necessary to provide more exchangeable items based on crystals rather than the proportion of experience, so we are intensively reviewing the direction of strengthening item rewards, not EXP from bosses. If you played the boss recently, the 180-second staggered jobs are somewhat advantageous in coping with patterns. Taking this into consideration, do you have any plans to unify the extreme moves of all occupations into 180-second increments? If the way to deal with the boss pattern was previously based on firepower, recently the process of dissolving the blemishes of the boss has become more important. In the process, it was naturally divided into a firepower concentration section and a pattern breakout section, and occupations that had the upper hand in the extreme attack mechanism appeared. It was the same when Guardian Angel Slime was released, but inside I have a strong desire to show various patterns of bosses. If in the process of presenting the boss pattern jobs as 180-second delays are advantageous, the users enjoy them the most. I'm willing to adjust the balance for each job according to that direction. Interesting. They said that the Meso thing is like fine for now. There are many opinions that the chosen Saren was defeated quite early. I wonder how they looked from the inside. It was surprising that users raised their level and item specifications higher than expected. Alright, see you, Red Baron. See you tomorrow. It was surprising that users raised their level and item specifications higher than we expected. You look at Saren's own defeat, I thought it was defeated at a wonderful time, about 2 weeks earlier than expected. Wow. So they have an expectation of like when, you know, they think they're gonna clear it, and it was cleared 2 weeks earlier. 2 weeks earlier than they thought. It was defeated with an authentic force that was about 10 lower than the internal design. The payment of authentic force as a recent event can also be seen as an influence in that area. Yeah, them giving more symbols. So. Interesting. Interesting. Story things. Oh, hold on. You're curious about Terra Forest and Florina Beach. Haven't forgotten what you said, but I didn't set it in high in the current priority. As I answered earlier, it is important to improve the quality on the parts that hinder immersion in the current storyline so we can solve this part and move on to the next step. Oh. Alright, no answer. No answer, no answer. Equipment presets? Hold on, let's read this fully. In fact, when starting MapleStory, the numerous equipment items and stick elements contained in them can make you hesitate. Director Kong also seemed to be thinking a lot about preserving the value of existing items and lowering the hurdles to increase specifications. Which means arcanes aren't being replaced anytime soon. As it is a part that cannot be changed in a short period of time, he promised that he would find an appropriate time to discuss and present an improvement plan that would satisfy users. So not right now. In this update, we plan to introduce similar systems to various spec enhancement factors, such as additional options that lower the hurdles by expanding the supply and quantity of strong flames, of red and eternal flames, and introducing black flames. Plan to introduce similar systems to various spec enhancement. I wonder what's... So they're updating flames in another way? Well, not just flames. They said various spec enhancement. A link? No, this is just my Google Translate. In addition to the direct specification hurdle downgrade, convenience features such as key settings and equipment presets that can be expected to increase indirect specifications are also being prepared to be introduced in an update after winter. So, equipment presets after the winter update? If you update MapleStory, you cannot leave out the coin shop. What is the difference from the previous coin shops? Coin shops have developed into a form that eliminates unnecessary things, such as supplement necessary things by continuously progressing with each update. Based on the last Maple Live update, we plan to introduce the coin shop, which has improved the shortcomings in this one. We plan the coin shop? What does that mean? What coin shop? Oh, the Meso shop? Okay, so there's gonna be another Meso shop this winter update. In addition to the Maple Live event, user preference was high in that it was possible to acquire coins in various ways, such as daily quests and internal. No. They're talking about like regular coins, not Meso. So basically they want like coin capping to be less stressful, like Maple Live moving forward, which please do that. Like, coin capping and Maple Live right now is so fucking easy. Please keep doing this. I fucking hate other shitty ways to coin cap. I hate it. I hate these other shit ass ways to coin cap. Maple Live right now is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. So please keep doing that. Yeah, anything with looting, man, it's just such a pain. While maintaining the method of acquiring coins and experience points, you will be able to see a variety of content unique to this winter update that improved the summer creator step up. Okay. They're improving the step up. Yeah, capping on 2 characters, exactly. They're improving the step up. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we'll see what they fucking mean soon enough. Okay, that's good. For games with high damage, inflation is often adjusted for visibility and calculations. I wonder if there are any plans to adjust MapleStory as well. This is not an aspect that we have considered yet. This is because I think that the damage that appears in MapleStory is one of the sensations of hitting you can feel when hunting. If you think such things are necessary, it seems to be adjusted in a direction that users can choose through options rather than forcibly reducing the number of damage. Yeah, like the unit damage skins. Please make that a fucking in-game feature. Alright, please just make it an in-game feature. You mentioned mesoinflation as a continuous update. Please explain in what direction you are solving this. As mentioned in the boss question earlier, we adjusted the price of crystals in August so that they can be paid according to difficulty level. As a result, we were able to see mesoinflation dissipating at a rate similar to internal expectations. In other words, as the overall meso production has decreased, it is not in the state of urgently applying something, but we are observing the trend. So yeah, they think it's fine. You mentioned character development experience. I think this is the most urgent thing, is to improve the union. Will there be any updates on this part as well? At the last customer meeting, you mentioned the experience of replacing union. It was postponed to next year because it could not be improved within this year. Actually, I don't think the experience of fostering is limited to union. This is because the experience of nurturing below level 200 is difficult, not only for union characters, but also for new and returning users. The original plan was to improve the character development experience for characters below 200, but there are some areas where it is not feasible. So, this is going to be not right now, but they're going to improve upon this next year. They're adjusting Maple Guide. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be like guidance missions or something. Maybe they'll give like good EXP, you know, with Maple Guide. They're going to be readjusting Maple Guide a little bit. I wonder if key settings and equipment preset functions are also being planned. This is the part we continue to review internally since it is still incomplete to mention in detail. We'll prepare a place to discuss overall convenience features, improvements, plans in the future, so next year. Right, not right now. What do you think of the convenience? Again, they mentioned that they plan to address everything in the first half of next year. So everything that was like in that like meeting that they had with the different players in the game and like the forums, right? All the suggestions in the forums, they plan to address all of it by the end, not by the end, but by the middle of next year, you know? So by the summer update, I guess, you know? What do you think of the convenience function that indicates which order form is given when an additional order form is given? Okay, I understand that. There's nothing related to Meisterville in this update. Currently, in case of Meisterville, it is necessary to organize gathering and mining in a more sophisticated form. In addition, we will work hard to make the rewards for production valuable and to introduce them next year by considering ways to make them well into the game as much as necessary. Although it is true that the hurdles in the supply and demand of items with increased specifications such as the Flame of Reincarnation has been lowered, there are many evaluations that is still insufficient. Any suggestions for improvement in this area? As for additional options, we have lowered the spec hurdles by distributing the Black Flame of Reincarnation, and we believe that the second hurdle downgrade is still premature. So they're not going to be okay. If you lower the hurdles quickly, it would be nice for many users to enjoy the higher content, but if you lower the hurdles abruptly, the value of the existing items will drop that much. Internally, we think the current speed is the most appropriate, and we plan to gradually increase the supply of, black flames. To be certain, the experience of exchanging additional options with the reincarnation flame is by no means a good experience to keep. However, considering several factors, it is difficult to make a reasonable change within a short period of time, so it can be seen as a step forward, increasing the possibility by expanding the supply. There are still many unnecessary options in cubes. What are your thoughts on this part? First, we have deleted unnecessary cube options, and we will continue to make improvements in the future. In order to reduce the stress associated with upgrading the rating along with the improvements of options, we have recently started distributing unique potential grants orders in earnest, so more unique potential scrolls. It was for a similar reason that we first introduced the legendary potential spellbook for non-exchangeable items in the last event. So a legendary potential scroll, karma legendary potential scroll. That's a thing. I think that is only for event rings, right? Only for the event ring. Yeah. We are continuing to think about how to expand the supply of these potential scrolls and develop them by increasing the probability of leveling up in a more visible way. Goals and the future. As a reporter who enjoyed MapleStory and met several influencers, I think users will feel the same way as the anticipation and excitement filled with the interview. In the last showcase, Director Kong delivered the news on a large-scale public recruitment to improve MapleStory's completeness and service quality. In fact, many people who enjoy MapleStory in depth, thank you for the follow, such as Union, AK Legion, or higher, or the completion of the second liberation of Black Mage's Genesis, joined. The director was not satisfied with this. In order to satisfy his thirst, who feels that he still lacks a lot, he announced a large-scale recruitment once again. I hope we can move on to a game where we can build memories. In a way, it seems natural and trivial, but the director takes steps one step at a time with a goal that is difficult enough. He hasn't quenched his thirst yet. With a goal that is difficult enough to be pursued by all game directors. Although he may not be able to satisfy all the users 100%, attention is focused on how MapleStory will develop in the future, and he promised to make MapleStory a game that is not shameful. It's time to make MapleStory great again. In the last showcase, additional recruitment was carried out. How many manpower has been recruited? A lot of people have come. Among those who recently joined, many people who enjoy MapleStory in depth, such as people that have AK Legion or higher, final content clearing, and Genesis Second Liberation, have come and have been a great help. We plan to continue hiring more in the future, so I think we will probably see a large-scale job posting soon. We hope that many good people will come as we plan to develop MapleStory by hiring additional manpower approximately as much as the current size. Yes, so please help the game if you're 8K Legion and you've liberated your weapon. Yeah, it's time to learn Korean and get this job. Please say a word to MapleStory's goals and users. Oh, we already read this in the last interview. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. Special thanks to Rooney, Brandon Lee, Yo MJ, Not Chaos, Eric Garritti, Balloon, Prime Gaming, Cultured Anime, Justisu, Restored, Thick Thighs, Jason, JP, Picklenir, Joshua, and everyone giving me money for pizza, for being members and supporting the channel. If you would like to get a shout out, click the join button down below or check out the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.